There was once a boy who believed he was lazy, not because he had no dreams, not because he lacked talent, but because he could never finish what he started. Every Monday, he promised himself, "This time my life will change." But every Friday, he was back to the same habits, same excuses, and same disappointment. Until one small lesson about discipline quietly changed his entire life. And the strange part, it didn't happen through motivation. It happened through tiny actions repeated every day. This is the story of Arjun. Arjun was an ordinary young man, not extremely talented, not extremely successful, just average. Average marks, average confidence, average life. But inside him, there was a constant battle. He wanted to become better. He wanted success. He wanted to make his parents proud. Every night, he imagined a better future, a healthier body, a disciplined mind, a successful career. But every morning, he returned to the same habits: late waking, endless scrolling, procrastination, excuses. And slowly, he began to hate himself.
Not because he failed, but because he kept quitting. One day, after wasting another entire afternoon watching videos and avoiding work, Arjun looked at himself in the mirror and whispered, "Maybe I'm just not capable." That sentence hurt him deeply, because somewhere inside, he knew he was capable of more. He just didn't know how to become consistent. That evening, Arjun sat alone on the terrace of his apartment building. The sky was turning orange. His phone battery was dead, and for the first time in months, there was complete silence. That's when he noticed an old man nearby. The old man was slowly watering a tiny plant kept beside the staircase. Arjun watched quietly. The old man smiled and asked, "Why does your face look so heavy?" Arjun laughed weakly. "Because I'm tired of starting over." The old man nodded. Then he asked, "Do you know why this plant is growing?" Arjun shrugged. "Because you water it?" The old man smiled. "Exactly. Not because I poured one bucket of water once, but because I gave it a little water every single day." He paused. "Your life works the same way." Arjun stayed silent. The old man continued. "Most people destroy themselves trying to change everything overnight. But real growth comes from small actions repeated consistently." Those words stayed in Arjun's mind the entire night. A little every day, not everything in one day. The next morning, Arjun decided something different. For the first time, he did not create a massive routine. No impossible goals, no dramatic transformation. He made only one promise: wake up at 6:30 a.m. That's it. The first morning was difficult. The bed felt comfortable. His mind whispered, "Sleep a little more." But he remembered the plant. A little every day. So he got up. The second day was harder. The third day felt pointless. But he continued. And after 1 week, something surprising happened. He felt proud of himself. Not because his life transformed, but because for the first time in years, he kept a promise to himself. That small victory changed something inside him. After a few days, Arjun added another habit. After waking up, he would walk for 10 minutes. Nothing extreme, no pressure, just walking. Weeks passed. Slowly, his mind became calmer. His body felt lighter, and his confidence started growing. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. One afternoon, his friend Ravi met him after several weeks. "You look different," Ravi said. Arjun laughed. "I barely changed anything." But Ravi noticed something Arjun didn't. His posture was straighter. His eyes looked calmer. His voice sounded stronger. Discipline was changing him silently.
Over time, Arjun learned something powerful. He stopped depending on motivation. Instead, he started using habit stacking. While drinking tea in the morning, he read 5 pages of a book. After dinner, he studied for 30 minutes. After brushing his teeth, he wrote tomorrow's goals. Tiny habits connected to habits he already had. Simple, easy, consistent. And because the habits were small, he stopped quitting. For the first time in his life, he felt in control. But life always tests growth. One day, Arjun failed an important interview. The old version of him would have disappeared into excuses, self-doubt, and procrastination. But this time was different. That night, he felt disappointed. But the next morning, he still woke up at 6:30, still went for his walk, still studied, still showed up. Because discipline had become stronger than emotion. And that changed everything. He finally understood something most people never realize. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays.
Weeks later, Arjun met the old man again. The tiny plant beside the staircase had now grown beautifully. Arjun smiled. "You were right," he said.
The old man laughed softly. About the plant? Arjun shook his head. No, about consistency. He sat beside him and said, "I always thought confidence came first. I thought confident people naturally worked hard." The old man smiled. "No, son. Confidence comes after discipline." He pointed toward the plant. "Every day you show up for yourself, your mind starts trusting you." Those words stayed with Arjun forever. Years passed. Arjun did not become successful overnight, but slowly he became someone powerful, reliable, focused, peaceful. He improved his health, built new skills, earned respect. Not because he was the smartest person, but because he stopped depending on feelings and started depending on discipline. One day, his younger cousin asked him, "How did you become so confident?" Arjun smiled and replied, "Confidence isn't built by positive thinking. It's built when you do what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it."
Most people are waiting for motivation to change their lives. But motivation fades. Discipline stays. And discipline doesn't begin with giant success. It begins with tiny decisions. Waking up on time, reading 1 page, trying one more time, showing up again. Because discipline may feel painful in the beginning, but eventually it builds something stronger than motivation. Self-respect, inner power, confidence, and a life you no longer want to escape from. If this story touched your heart, comment below. What's one small habit I will start today? And if you want more motivational stories that genuinely change your mindset, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because sometimes one small disciplined action can quietly change an entire life.